in our every program we talk about the invalidity of theory of evolution, but some of our sisters and brothers may not understand why we are always choosing this subject. They may think that evolution is just a science-related topic. Today I would like to talk about the importance of telling the truth about the theory of evolution. And the most important reason is that the theory of evolution underpins a deceptive philosophy, materialism. And what is materialist philosophy? Materialist philosophy accepts only the existence of matter and denies the existence of Allah. Allah is beyond this, inshallah. And accepts man is a heap of matter, so he is no more than an animal. Of course, this is what this philosophy claims. This philosophy is shown as a modern philosophy, but in fact it doesn't have any science basis, and it's just an ancient dogma. And this ancient dogma is discovered by the 18th century's atheist philosophers. Who were they? They were Karl Marx, Charles Darwin, we all know them very well, and Sigmund Freud. So we can say that science was used to make room for materialism. And what are the messages of materialism? The philosophy reduces man to an animal, as I said, and the existence of man is coincidental, so he has no responsibilities. This philosophy claims that. And life is a struggle, so the strong survives and the weak is eliminated, and life should be lived according to the law of jungle. We all know these ideas very well from the theory of evolution, as we just talked about. And as we see, when materialism is the dominant philosophy in a society, we cannot talk about love, we cannot talk about mercy, self-sacrifice, justice, honesty or modesty. We cannot talk about them. And one of the most popular evolutionists, Richard Dawkins, we all know him very well, is also telling that in one of his interviews, he's telling that I would not want to live in a society which is based on the Darwinist principles.
Yes.
He is also telling that he's a very strong Darwinist.
Yes.
We know that, we know him very well. But he is saying that he doesn't want to live in a society based on Darwinist principles. So he's against social Darwinism in one way.
Yes.
And let's go back to history. The past 2 centuries, the world witnessed a bloody history just because of materialism. We all remember it. The most known dictators, for example, Hitler, Lenin, Stalin, Mao,
Yes.
they all adopted communism, and communism has its roots from materialism also. So they are always connected to each other. And these dictators are responsible for the death of 120 million people. This is a very important number. I would like to take your attention to this number.
Yes.
And millions of innocent people died just because of these dictators and because of fascism and racism. And what is the relation between killing and the theory of evolution? Let's come to this point. And this theory says that it's normal to kill a person if you think that he is weak. And actually you should do so, because when the weaks are eliminated, then the human race will evolve and improve. And you don't have any responsibilities for that. So we can see that the theory of evolution is only the scientific side. Not
Yes.
the scientific side, but let's say the scientific side of materialism. It is shown as a scientific fact so that it can be applied in many areas. It's really a very big danger and the reason of the pain living on Earth at the moment. So it is really very important to stand against Darwinism. So this is why we're always talking about the invalidity of the theory of evolution in our every program. And we will, inshallah, never stop until this idea is totally erased from the minds. Here I would like to read a verse, I seek refuge with Allah from the accursed Satan, and say, truth has now arrived and falsehood perished, for falsehood is by its nature bound to perish. Surah Isra, verse 81. So it's clearly understood that from this verse that when truth comes, inshallah, the falsehood is bound to perish. And it will be like this, inshallah. We will see, inshallah, by the will of Allah.
They don't understand that really these dictators, as you mentioned, Hitler, Lenin, Stalin, they are all evolutionists, and they were all Darwinists. And they don't afraid to say this in all their publications, in all their speeches. They openly say that they support evolution, that they support Darwinism. And even though evolution is not scientific, even though that even Darwin was not a scientist, they are supporting this. Yes. Why? Because they want only they want to be on the top. Because they want to like this
superior.
Like this, they want to be superior. Yes, inshallah. So it is a very important fact, and we don't have to laugh and make fun of this. Yes. This is a very serious topic, and in fact, these communists are laughing to these people because they are so ignorant.
Yes.
Because they don't know what is going on, because our brothers also in their programs last day I watched, they said very true thing that the PKK, the terrorists, are having a special science lessons. Yes. And they are taught about evolution, and they are taking a diploma from there, a degree from these lessons, and then they become terrorists. Yes. So this is a very important topic, and not a topic to have fun, not a topic to say it is not important, there are more important things. Yes. To talk about. It is very serious problem.
They say it's not important because they don't know many things about evolution. Because they think that what they read on newspapers, they read on scientific websites, they think that they are true. For example, you mentioned about Ida. Many people thought that Ida was the missing link at the beginning. But when we just stand against it, when we just said that it is not true, they are not telling the truth, then they understood that it is not the missing link. So people must try to learn more about evolution. And we really advise Mr. Adnan Oktar's publications to our sisters and brothers. They can read all the details about the evolution, the truth of the misconceptions of evolution. Yes. Inshallah. They have to know more so that they can understand what really a big danger for us the evolution is.
Yes.